Hello and welcome to part two in this Strategies for Better Chess series. So as I mentioned before, I had an accident where I scraped my nose. I don't know if you can see it, but anyway, you might not even be able to notice it. I just thought I'd mention it in case people were wondering. All right, so in this series, I'm playing 5-minute games against bots. I started out with the beginner level, and they were making a lot of mistakes, so I bumped it up to the intermediate level. So today I'll start with a 1200 rated bot, and we'll point out strategies and things you can do to play better chess. So let's begin here. Now, my opponent started with d4, a good central move, pushing the pawn in the center, and now we have the queen's gambit. So I'm going to decline the gambit and just fortify my pawn instead of capturing. And they develop a knight. I will do likewise. And so both of their knights are developed. So now I have to figure out what to do here. I think I'm going to play bishop to e7 so I can get ready to castle. Okay, so now I can go ahead and castle. I'll bring my other knight up here. And then I'm also going to attack their bishop, forcing it to make a decision here. All right, so now the problem in this queen's gambit is what to do with my bishop. This one that's blocked in here, a bad bishop. So a strategy is to try and get your bishop that's blocked in behind its pawns, find some way to get outside of the pawn chain, which I can't do at the moment. So I'm going to go ahead and develop the bishop this way. Okay, so now we have an attack. I'm going to go ahead and capture here, recapture the pawn, and I'm attacking the knight. There is a check here. Does that really do much? Okay, so now, I have to be careful. If I capture with the queen, they could capture my knight and their queen could pick this pawn off. So I'm going to go ahead and capture with this. And then, I could go ahead, pick off this this pawn here, but would that be too dangerous to do that? If I pick that up, because then the rook could attack and have an open file right down towards my king. So I don't think I want to do that. But I am going to re-centralize my knight and attack their knight. So I'll go ahead and attack there. Then I'm going to push this pawn, attacking their central pawn with my less valuable flank pawn. Line the rook up here on their queen. So I'll go ahead and attack there. Now they have to capture with this pawn. Usually it's better to capture towards the center, but I'm pinning the pawn to their queen. So now they have a backward pawn, but is there a way I can take advantage of that? All right. Well, let's line up our rook on their king. Okay, so now they're pinning my knight, which is not so good. I'm going to go ahead, try and open things up on their king. Okay, so we have a check here on their king. Now they have an isolated pawn, two isolated pawns. So, what could we try next? Reposition our knight over here. We could attack their bishop, perhaps. I think I'm going to move my knight. Okay, now we could capture and wreck their pawns. Do we want to do that? Why not? Because their king is in the center. You know, this might be a little bit dangerous. Now we can go after this pawn, perhaps. Oh, we can, well, let's try to centralize our queen and attack this pawn at the same time. So this is good for us because now we're attacking their rook. We could move over here. Yeah, we're doing pretty good now. We can attack again and then pick off another pawn, perhaps. So, yeah, why don't we try that? So we'll go there, picking off another pawn. All right. Now, we have an attack on our rook that is unprotected. So we could double our rooks up, perhaps. Should we do that? Now I'm just wasting a lot of time. Let's go ahead and attack their rook. All right, let's trade off some material since we're ahead. Now what? Now what? Bring this rook up. Try and trade the queens off. Yeah, we might as well trade the queens off now. Okay, we could go after this pawn. So, you know, good strategy if you're ahead in material. You know, try and use your extra material to your advantage. Now here we're only ahead a pawn, so we could try and just you know, use our extra pawns, get them promoted. We've trapped their king on the back rank, you know, so that's fine for us. We have to watch out though. This bishop could be a problem. He's really limited my knight as well. So I'm going to go here, try and get my all right, need to try. Oh, he's attacking. He's attacking. All right, so we'll go there. All right, I'll get this up here. Okay. Oh, now we can just fork. Okay, so now we're pretty much winning. We just grab the rook here. Okay. So now we have a one game. We just have to figure out, you know, what's the best way to finish off our opponent here. Might as well just start pushing this passed pawn up the board. All right. Now we have two passed pawns over here. Okay, that's not so good, so we'll protect that. Now what? Now what? We'll just go here, stay on the dart. Oh, we have a fork, really? Oh my gosh. Okay, and I can't block it either. Oh my gosh. Okay, so A strategy to watch out for is to put your pieces on the opposite colored squares of the bishop that they have. All right, we still have enough to win here. So let's block. Yeah, because this pawn is going to promote, and then we'll just have a queen and be winning. All right, anyway, we had that blunder there at the end, which, you know, I guess I'm down to a minute. I was trying to hurry, but I still shouldn't have made a crazy blunder like that. All right, so now we can just move into the king and trap the opponent's king. All right, let's get our king up here to help. All right, now we can just trap them on the edge. A good strategy. Walk the king up here to assist, and then just deliver the mate. Okay, I'll do the quick game review, and then we can move on to a little more difficult opponent. So I played at 72.4% accuracy there. They played 68.4. I played at a 1200 level. They played at a 700 level. So yeah, we both had some mistakes. I had 7 missed opportunities apparently. You know, and I'll have to say it was a blitz game. Man, they had 3 blunders, 5 mistakes, and 5 inaccuracies. I had 7 misses and 4 inaccuracies. So something was going on here. You know, what did I miss here? Why was this a blunder? Oh, I guess I could block their bishop in. So yeah, that's probably what I should have done here. Yeah, block. Well, it's saying to go there. I guess that still would have worked as well. Try and block their bishop and take that bishop. All right. Well, let's try another one here. So let me go to play bots and we'll bump it up from a 1200 to a higher level. What is this one? 1300. Okay, and random color and a 5-minute setting with 5-second increment per move. Okay, here we go. So another d4 central pawn push, a good strategy to control the center. We'll respond. We might get another Queen's Gambit here. No, instead, the accelerated London system. So we'll copy that, developing our bishop outside the pawn chain. Oh, and now we can go ahead and capture here. But what way would be best? We capture. I think I'm going to capture with the pawn, because if I captured the other way, all right, now this is a good strategy to know. You can play this kind of a move, chasing them away, and then that gives you time to figure out, you know, to make another move. All right, so what did they do that for? Oh, they're trying to go after this pawn here, and they're stranding me in this I'm getting stranded in the center. Okay, I guess they can't do that. I was thinking the queen could have gone here, forking my king in this pawn, but their pawn is in the way at the moment. So I am going to develop the other knight and centralize this knight, maybe, and attack their bishop. Oh, now I got to watch out because that's preventing a check over here. All right, I'm just going to go here, try and get my king into safety. Okay, we might as well pin this knight. And then we'll put the rook on the half open file, but okay, yeah, we'll do that. Rook on the half open file. Okay, the pin has been broken. So now, all right, let's trade off some material here. Trade off some material. What now? We'll just trade off, pin this as well to the queen. Get rid of that and then put our king down here into safety. All right, so we have a pawn under attack, which is not so good. We might as well push that isolated pawn and try and get rid of it. That's not so good for us. Okay, we'll just go ahead and capture, get rid of our isolated pawn. And now, what should we do next? See if they want to trade queens off. So we'll go ahead and trade queens. Put our rook on the half open file. Okay, now might as well snatch up a pawn here, I guess. Then we'll go back to this position, really cover this square in front so the pawn can't push forward. Now, try and trade down more material since we are ahead. Okay, so we're under attack there. What now? What now? We'll go here. I need to remember to stay on the light squares. So that's going to be my strategy, is just start moving everything off to the light squares. Could even put this pawn on the light square, which is probably a good idea. Unless I want to attack, that's the question. I'll go ahead and attack. And then all right, so here's something we can do. We can attack both these pieces, but he could just drop back and protect. All right, so we'll just push our pawns forward here. All right, so not usually a good strategy there. To give up more material when you're behind in material to begin with. But now he will have a passed pawn. And it's usually not good to trade off pawns. When you're all right, so when you're behind in material, you want to trade off pawns. I'm ahead in material, so I want to keep the pawns so I can try and get them promoted. All right, so let's go ahead and attack the base of the pawn chain there. So yeah, we might as well just grab that pawn for free. Then we'll blockade this one so it can't start running. All right, and now we can just start pushing forward with our pawns. All right, let's just keep pushing forward here with the pawns. Okay, so now he's really in trouble. because we can just promote one of them and he'll have to give up his rook. So let's do that. Oh, and he decides not to do that. Okay. Well, now we can check. And then we might as well just develop or, promote the other one and then mate him. Okay. Well, that was kind of an interesting ending there. We'll do the quick game review and then I'll play, one more game here. So game review. Okay, it looks like I played at 92.8% accuracy on that one versus their 82.4. So my opponent had 2 inaccuracies and 1 mistake. And it looks like I didn't have any. So I played at a 2050 level versus their 1800 level. So that's interesting that a 1300 bot, played 500 points higher. Although I played higher as well. So anyway, interesting game. Let's do one more. All right, so we want to play bots. We'll do the next highest level. Where are we at? We just played 1300, so 1400. All right, so random color and 5 minutes. So 5 with a 5-second increment. All right, here we go. So we have the white pieces. I'll try and get the Jabava London set up, which is D4, knight to F3, and then bishop to F4. And strangely enough, this is a normal move, not this rook move, that's a bad move. But A6 is a normal move in the Jabava London. All right, so now, let's see, I'll play E3, fortifying my central pawn. All right, so they're just going to give up. They're just going to give up a pawn there. All right. Now they're giving up more material. Okay. So I need to start trying to develop, develop more material myself. So let's develop our knight. We can try and attack. Yeah, we might as well try and attack their bishop like that. Okay, and then we can just attack again, driving the bishop back. All right, what do we have next? Well, we probably need to do we want to do this though? What the heck? We'll just keep developing pieces here. Whew, okay. Well, let's go ahead and capture that. If the queen captures, then our knight could capture and attack the queen. All right, so now we have an attack on this pawn. We can go ahead, protect with our queen, get ready to castle queenside. Now this is what I was afraid of here. And this could be a problem because if we move, our bishop will be trapped. All right, so some issues here. They're about to fork our pieces. So what can we do? All right, well, let's try that. Then we can pick off this pawn, preventing that fork. All right, so now I'm under attack. I have to drop back. We can castle. So let's castle our king to safety. We have a rook on a half open file. So what do we want to try next here? Okay. We have some time, so let's think a little bit. Well, let's hold off this pawn from pushing forward. And now we have an attack here. So let's get out of the line of fire of this bishop. And then we could push here. Now let's just go here, attack their knight. And if they capture, well, they could attack our queen, which is not so great. But we can grab this. We just have to watch out for a discovered attack once this bishop moves out of the way. Yeah, let's go ahead and do it. We're attacking his bishop. Okay, so his bishop moves. But now, what do we do next? All right, let's bring the rook up. Bring the rook up here. Okay, they're attacking our knight, which is unprotected. So, all right, we'll do this. We'll just line up on their queen. Okay, now we can get a discovered attack on their queen. So that won't be bad for us. But how can we take advantage of it in the best way? We'll just drop back this way. Okay, so we've gotten rid of their bishop pair. Now what? Now what? We could attack their queen, which is a possibility. But we have opposite colored bishops, which is not so great. All right, I think I'm just going to drop back. And we'll just press forward here. Press forward. See, now they're attacking this. So, all right, let's counterattack them. Okay, now, our bishop is not in the best position. Okay, we'll just head this way. All right, well, that gives us their bishop now because we're able to capture with check and then pick their bishop off. So, I don't know, now we're kind of winning. All right, what now? Just trade off more material. Let's just protect. And, try and get our king into the game. So, how do we do that? We'll just double our rooks up. Okay, then drop back. Attack the king. Move up here to protect. And we might as well just push the pawn forward now. Oh, tricky, tricky. That was a tricky move. Huh. Okay, whatever. We're just going to try and trade more material here. We're attacking the king. All right, we're going to protect. We need to try. Okay, let's attack again. Oh, man, he's knocking out everything. All right, and I'm having to watch out for time here. The time is okay, now we're good. We can just trade material here. A strategy to use, you know, if you're winning, trade the rest of the pieces off so they don't have any counterplay. All right, then we can just push this pawn up. All right, so this should end it, but I don't know, I made some mistakes as I was running out of time there at the end. Okay, let's trap them on the other half of the board here. Just slowly push them up the board. All right, we'll ignore that. And now that they're capturing, we'll recapture, and we just trap them on the edge here. Okay, so we could threaten a mate in one, and they'll have to move, but then we can mate them here in a second once they move again. All right, so I don't know, kind of an interesting game, I guess. Sorry about that. I probably needed to talk more about strategy as I was running out of time. I was just trying to get through the game. Okay, so game review. Let's see what mistakes we had in that game because it got ugly at the end. I played 83% accuracy versus their 76.7. So it looks like I played at an 1850 level versus their 950. But I had 5 inaccuracies. They had 9 and 1 blunder. What was their blunder? Huh. They said it was a blunder to just give up this pawn. So, and I did find the best move, just capturing the pawn. If they're going to give up material for free, you might as well grab it. You know, unless it looks like it's a bad idea. If it's a trap, you know, then you might have to calculate a little bit. Okay, well, I will end that video there for today. Feel free to leave any comments, like and subscribe to support the channel if you haven't already. Thank you for watching and have a super chess day.